Hey everyone, happy Wednesday. It is so good to see you guys again. So, I wanted to quickly talk to you guys about the fat that a lot of women accumulate on their hips and thighs. Now, what happens is that more often than not, a lot of us women tend to be like the pear shape, where we seem to feel like our hips and thighs just refuse to let go of the fat that's there. And then there are other women who do tend to have just fat accumulated on the trunk and the abdominal part of their body. Okay, so let's try and understand why that is and what the body's exactly doing when that happens. Okay, so here's the thing. One thing that you want to keep in mind is that the woman's body is designed to be capable of childbearing, and therefore Mother Nature decided that we should be able to bear kids and be able to nourish this baby inside us, regardless of whether we eat enough or not. And so therefore the best place to put the fat there, because fat's required for sustaining a life inside the body, is the best place would be the hips, thighs, and the glutes. Now, unfortunately, it is one of the hardest places to lose the fat, and no spot training does not help. Doing too many squats, running, all of that does not solve the problem at all. So here's something that is going to be of interest to you. Where you store your fat has an impact on your health. So when we store fat in the bottom half of the body, it is typically subcutaneous fat, which means it is just straight under the skin. So that is one way a good thing. Now, the fat that we store in the abdominal area, the trunk area, right about here, the abs, that is visceral fat. So you will notice that women who have PCOS, they tend to store fat there. Men typically store fat in that part of their body. That fat there, the visceral fat, is not subcutaneous, so which means that it goes deeper than the skin. It can go as deep as into the intestines. Now, the thing is, there's good news and bad news with both the way you store fat. Okay, so let me know in the comments below where you typically find yourself storing fat. Personally, myself, straight to the hips and thighs, and I will also explain to you what you can do about it. So when you have storing fat in the visceral area, that means that that can have health implications, because your fat is then going deeper than just the skin. It's going deep into the intestines, and fat deposits around the intestines is known to have very serious health risks associated with it. If you store fat in the lower part of your body, which is your hips, thighs, and glutes, it's subcutaneous, no major health risk associated with that. If you have fat in the visceral, in the abdominal area, then it is definitely easier to lose it. But the fat in the bottom half, very hard to lose. Why is that? So here's what there is. There are enzymes in the body that are responsible for metabolizing the fat and for storing the fat. There are two enzymes, lipolytic and lipogenic. So lipogenic is meant to store the fat, and lipolytic enzymes, which are the out enzymes which are responsible for getting the fat out of the body, well, they tend to be a little lazy, and they're very lazy in the bottom half of the body. So what happens with women who get onto the fat loss program or weight loss program is that they don't tend to stay there long enough for the body to finally switch gears from using up the fat from the top part of the body and then focusing on the bottom half. We tend to give up. We tend to be done. Now, take it from me personally, having been through this, I was always told that I went through 7 months of this. I was told that your legs will be the last to go. Your hips are the last to go. And still, my hips did not trim down as much as they were meant to. Okay, so the body will lose weight there last. Unfortunately, that is what it is. So and the longer you stay on it, the more your body becomes accustomed to, through nutrition and of course a good workout program, the body begins to do its thing, and you train the body to behave a certain way. All right, so that's what I wanted to explain to you. Now, how do you work on these things? So first of all, this has nothing to do with anything you've done wrong. It is just genetics. Genetically, I do hold on to fat at the bottom half of the body. That is just how it is. And what can you do? So the things that you can do is that you make sure that, first of all, your diet is dialed in completely, so that you can continue to let the body sort of do its thing. And weight training plays a huge role in helping you develop some muscle, because as you develop muscle and then you nourish the body right, you help mobilize some of the fat. Okay, so that is, and you knew that was coming. I mean, what else was I gonna say, right? So those are the things that you should keep in mind and continue doing. Do not spot train. You cannot spot train it. And trust me, I used to think I could, but you can't. You can spot train the fat in areas in your body. All you can do is just make sure that you are eating more wholesome foods than processed foods. And one more thing, ladies, as you do age, remember that your metabolism's already slowed down of some. So then for you, you have to respect the body. You have to accept that that is just how the body functions, how your body works. So you have to help it do its job well. And you know, I am going to be 45 this year, so I know that I am not far from when menopause shows its pretty face. So I have to respect that my body's going to do what it's going to do. And the best you can do is to prepare your body so that it can age well. It can do what it has to do very well, and you can still feel very pleased when you see yourself in the mirror. And it boils down to consistent nutrition and a good lifestyle and a good weight training program. Okay, so really, I hope this was helpful, because I know when I talk to my clients, I do tell them that when they start to lose weight, they lose weight up here. And then they're like, Charmy, my stomach's looking bigger and my hips are not going down. What am I gonna? And it's like, just be patient. You've just got to stay on course. You cannot do anything magical. It is just consistency. You just got to keep going. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments below what, if you can relate to this. I would love to know, because I want to know there are people like me out there. So please let me know if you can relate to this, and if this was helpful, please share. And then have a fabulous day, and I will be back another time with another topic. Have a great day, guys. Bye.